What's going on, YouTube? Shustybang back with another video. Snoov603 doing a single gameplay, dual commentary video for you. This here is Overgrown. This is actually on Tuesday when the map pack came out. Came home from work, downloaded it. This is the very first game I played that night. It actually went pretty well. Doing the dual commentary with me today is...
What's up, YouTube? It's FakeThriller. I'm coming to help out Snoov603 with this commentary. Let's see how it goes.
It goes pretty good. You're not going to see a ton of kill streaks. I had a couple spots where I get to 4 kill streaks, and it just doesn't pan out. My class setup, in case you didn't catch it, is an ACR with a silencer. I'm running Marathon Pro, Lightweight Pro, Ninja Pro, running Semtex, and stun grenades. My kill streaks are Predator, Harrier, and Chopper Gunner, pretty much as usual when I'm playing either Team Deathmatch, Demolition, whatever. Any game type that's good for a lot of kills.
Now, out of the interest of mercy, before you guys get your flamethrowers out, remember what he said about this is the first time he's played this map. First game on the Stimulus gameplay. As I said in my video before when I was playing on Crash, I know the maps, I know where I'm trying to go, but it's been 2 years since we played on these maps, so that's why when you see him jumping around on boxes, trying to get on top of walls and stuff, it just takes a little bit to get it all coming back. So you're going to see some moments of hesitation.
Running into objects that are pretty much plain sight, but trying to get my bearings down again.
Yeah, trying to figure out where people are and where they're coming from. Because even though the map's the same, it's been tweaked a little bit. So it's not the same old Call of Duty 4 map.
Yeah, exactly. Although I gotta say, playing a couple of the old maps, I know a lot of people were bitching and moaning about, $15 for 3 new maps and 2 of the same old maps, but at least they picked Overgrown and Crash. They're both pretty good maps. I personally love both of them. They're, in my top 5 favorites from Call of Duty 4. And it's nice to see what this map looked like with a newer game engine that can handle a lot more detail and everything. Yeah,
it's definitely it's definitely overgrown, but it looks a lot better. The colors are more vibrant. The Call of Duty 4 version of the map, I think, was darkened up a bit to hide some of the flaws that they had to deal with at the time. But they had more time to work on it. They polished it up, and it looks really good. And so does Crash.
Yeah, they did a very good job. In the sense they didn't touch it, which is good. As they said, the only thing they did, since they had more memory to work with, they just filled a lot of the interiors with pretty much senseless crap. But at least it wasn't, a map of basically just walls anymore. It had a lot more meat to it. But as far as this gameplay goes, again, it's nothing too good, but it is pretty good, if that makes any sense. In the end result is I go 29-14, so a little, just a hair over 2-0 kill-death ratio. Second place on my team went, I think it was 15-14, and towards the end, a couple of guys dropped down the other team, but again, they weren't doing very good. I think first place ended up with only 11 kills. So for my first time back on this map, and I think for me personally it was about a year, I did a pretty good job.
Now, one of the things that you'll notice throughout the game that Snoov does a lot, which I should get in the habit of doing more, and I think a lot of people could benefit from, is instead of just using his mini-map in the top left, he flat out hits the start button and looks at the full version of the map. You can see the entire thing. You can see exact locations when the enemy's on the radar. I'm a big radar guy, but I only use the top left. I think if you can get used to hitting the start button that fast, see, you just did it again.
Yeah, I do it often. Anytime I'm playing, specifically in Search and Destroy, I do it all the time. That mini-map in the corner is definitely helpful for close range stuff, but as soon as someone throws up that radar and you're in a pretty safe zone, hit the start button, check out your map, figure out where they are, and then you can make your gameplay decisions from there. Okay, they're over in the left top corner of the map. I can choose my route to get there, and hopefully I can get tons of kills on the way over there.
Not run into 4 of them at the same time like that. But do you find a lot of the main argument against doing that is obviously you're completely disabling your your defenses by hitting the start button? Do you find it's more beneficial to do that? Like, how many times do you get killed and you say, "Oh, well, if I wasn't in the start menu, I would have seen that guy"? Does that happen a lot?
No. What really gets me is search and destroy when hitting select. For those of you who don't know, when you're playing search and destroy and you get a couple of kills and you're like, okay, well, how many are left? Hit select, and beside everyone's names to the left, some players will have dog tags and some won't. Dog tags mean that they're dead. And I wouldn't say it's happened a lot, but it's happened enough times where I've gone ahead and hit select to check how many people are dying or are already dead. And the moment I hit it, someone runs around the corner and kills me because I can't see them beyond the whole select screen.
Yeah, and that works in headquarters too. That's really helpful.
Yeah.
When it comes to knowing if the headquarters is safe to move in to destroy, use the select screen. I mean, again, it's probably something a lot of people already know, but if not, there you go. It's the tip of the day.
Yep. Yeah, but again, to reiterate, the start menu doesn't really bother me that much. Very, very rarely have I died when I pulled it up because you really have to be smart about it. When you hit select, you can still see kind of past it, so you don't have to be as picky as to where you sit down with it. But you hit the start menu, you can't see a thing, so you have to be very confident that there's no one around, so you can drop into prone and pull it up and see where everyone's hanging around.
Now, one of the things I just noticed is, I don't know what two factions are fighting on Overgrown here, but whichever one you aren't, for some reason, got a nice little makeover with their outfit. It looks like they have a fine layer of moss growing on their uniforms. What do you think? You think that's an issue with these games? Like, you hear it from time to time, people bitching that, on sub base or something, if you end up being like, I think it's the SEALs, you end up wearing those black diver suits, and you stick out like a sore thumb. And your outfit right now is red, so you think that's an issue? You think they care about that? You think they're doing that on purpose, or it's just a random generated thing?
I don't know. I think the people that mainly bitch about that are campers, where they're like, okay, you know what, I'm going to go sit in this really tall grass where it's pretty much impossible to see me, and then someone just happens to walk by with Ninja Pro, and, they can't be heard, and all of a sudden they just see this patch of red and a big, field of green. I feel like those are the typical people that you'd hear bitching about it. Personally, it's really not that big of a deal. There's not a ton of close quarters fighting in Modern Warfare 2 specifically, because these maps are so big.
Yeah. The match is going pretty well. These points are crazy during double XP. I haven't even played a team deathmatch yet, but you're popping like with payback or what is it when you save a teammate? Rescuer,
Rescuer,
like
and then avenge a teammate. You get headshots. Yeah, the multiplier is friggin' phenomenal. Yeah. I've been trying to play a lot of search and destroy on some of the older maps because I really want to take advantage of the double XP to prestige. I'm right on the cusp of getting that done. I'm pushing out like 20+ thousand point rounds every single time, especially at Demolition. Demolition has just been phenomenal because normally you just get huge match bonus points anyways, but if you can pull a 3,000 point round, and then all the better. Now you're talking 6,000+ points, and then maybe another 15,000 for match bonus. It's just unreal.
Now, one of the questions that pops up a lot that I noticed is people asking, what's the best the cycle to go through for game types? Okay, I just prestiged. I want to level up fast. I want to get my guns back. What do you think is the best game type to play when you're a low level, below 20, and then from 20 to 40, what do you play, and then from 40 and up?
Right off the bat, thinking probably I bounce between a little bit of free-for-all because I tend to do a lot better there in the sense if I get more kills, team deathmatch, or demolition, and then from there, then I'll move on to search and destroy. All
right, well, we'll get back to that in another video, so keep checking in. Thanks for checking us out. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Feel free to comment, and please subscribe. So for Shustybang, I'm FakeThriller.
Snoov603.
And we'll check you later.